Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final battle awaits us.
Break in?
This is it. I'm gonna show off our true Jedi skills. Interrogation chamber.
For that.
Oh shit.
Try harder. You can't escape.
Help, please.
Damn.
BD, stim.
Trillo's not fucking around anymore. Oh shit. You got AoEs? Okay. You know what? Let me get over here and fight you where I got some more space. That was her other move.
Suffer as I have.
Trying to last minute dodge that shit. Oh damn. Oh, get up out of my mind. God damn.
Draw stim. Trillo, I saw what you've been through. You've experienced great suffering. It's not too late to let it go.
Let go. I'm stronger now because of the pain. I knew you'd come back for this. No, thank you. You'll never make it out of this place alive! Such poor
Oh, god damn.
Stim!
Oh, damn.
Standing much longer. Dearly for that. You can't escape.
Not again.
BD, here.
Have a present. Oh, shit.
In agony.
Oh, she drains my force every time she does that shit, too.
Help, BD.
Such poor aim. I'm going to enjoy ending you. Cal!
I have the holocron.
I need to do this. It's over, Trilla.
Nothing is ever truly over.
This fight is over. I know the darkness that is eating you up inside, and every day we choose to either feed it or fight it.
It's too late, sir.
No, it's not. I know the choices that I made took all your choices away, and I have failed you, Trilla. I failed you,
Sarah about to die.
and I am so very sorry.
Sarah definitely about to die. Or at least lose an arm or something.
I've carried so much hate for you.
Oh shit. It's that boy.
That doesn't look good.
It isn't. It's him.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers! Kill! Run! No!
Oh my god, dude. He just chucked her into the lava pit with a wave of his
Wise
hand.
to surrender.
Yeah. Probably.
Yo, no way, dude. Oh my god. No chance. Nope, nope, nope. Aim.
We gotta run! Look out!
It is definitely go time.
Turbo lift. Let's go.
Oh shit, I was supposed to wall run that, wasn't I? I want to say, I mean, once again, limited knowledge of Star Wars mythos, but from what I understand, wouldn't this basically be Vader, like, at his peak? Because it's right, this game takes place right after Episode 3. So Anakin has just turned into Vader. And he was already, like, baller status. And now he's, you know, coming off of being baller status, but he's baller status and having embraced the dark side. I mean, I don't know if it's just, you know, they get stronger over time, like vampires.
Let's get out of here.
But I have a feeling that, like, this is the strongest Vader is
Come on.
at this point. I don't know that for certain, but
Stay back.
I feel like that would be the case. Tactical guide. Few survive an encounter with the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. So wait, I missed it. Oh, these are all Trooper Commander, ATS-2 Security, Flame, Heavy Assault, Rogue Rocket Launcher, Purge, Staff, Hammer. I missed one of the Purge Troopers. Let's see, Dual Wield Staff, Hammer. That's all I remember from Purge Troopers.
I think we lost him.
I doubt it, dude. He's about to, like, cut his way through the ceiling.
I won't fail you.
Kid, you read me? They're not responding.
They will. I am certain of it.
Breeze, I'm here. Heading towards the surface. Be ready. I have the holocron. See her.
Oh, boy.
Just get out of there, Cal.
Keep moving, Carl.
No, baby! No, my little robot friend.
Surrender the holocron.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
I won't let you take those children.
God damn.
Such hatred. You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that. No! No!
Yes. Strong with the dark side.
See her.
I can feel it inside of her.
See her. See her. Hey, listen to me. You still have a choice.
She's using that teleport magic on us.
Hey. Hey, kid. Cal. Cal. See her. She's all right. She's all right. You too. You did it. We did it. We did it. Careful. Where are they? Well, they're out there. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay. This one wouldn't leave your side.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
So now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and take you wherever you gotta go. Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him, just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
Not by us. Their destiny should be trusted to the Force. So where to now?
Nice. Oh, man. So let's talk about this game. First off, loved it. Just loved it outright. This was the most fun I've had with a Star Wars game in I don't even know how long. Probably since Force Unleashed. I mean, this was just this was a total blast to play, and Respawn knocked it out of the park. So going into it element by element, first up, characters. Everyone really did grow on you. Like at first I was a little you know, I liked Grease at the start. I was like, all right, you know, kind of he's got that lazy gambly smuggler appeal. But I wasn't sure about Seer. I was like, oh man, maybe she's gonna betray us. She's got some dark history. I'm glad that wasn't the case. The Night Sister, I like her a lot. She definitely came in like out of nowhere. You know, it was just like, I will be your friend. I will join you. You know, maybe she's looking to get Cal to help rebuild the Night Sisters, if you catch my drift. But either way, I liked her as a character. I thought that she you know, fit into the team well, even if she didn't really come in until the very end. I mean, arguably, you know, if I was playing this on like a super low difficulty, well, no, I guess you couldn't really get her early because you still need all your other powers. Huh. But anyway, I would have liked to see more of her. I feel like she kind of got the short end of the stick coming in like right at the end of the game. But I did like her. Aside from that, the second sister, pretty cool story there. I'm sure there's like a little bit more I could read about in the logs, but a decent bad guy. And then obviously Vader's coming on in with like what was essentially a cameo at the end. That was still super badass. Seeing Vader at this level of like graphics and gameplay, that was dope. So characters, I was all about them. As for the story was pretty good. And probably most importantly, I think they set this up for a good sequel too. Because you think about it, you know, coming up on the end, I was like, man, if he's got the list, what's the sequel going to be? Us training kids? Like, it would be like that tutorial part of The Witcher where you got to train Ciri. Like, that would not be a fun game. But with him cutting the list and leaving it up to the Force, I mean, they could go wherever the hell they want with the sequel. It could just be us going around looking for temples. It could be us, you know, battling against the Empire. There is definitely a very open book style ending in terms of them going with whatever they want, which I think is super awesome, because I would definitely play more of this. Speaking of playing, let's jump into the gameplay. So as for the gameplay itself, I think it was really good, but there were small little hiccups here and there. They weren't so much that they would impede the gameplay experience, but I mean, there were times where, like, you know, I jumped to grab a ledge and instead I would like watch my character just like trip over the ledge and not touch it. We had a couple of like weird little buggy things, you know, like the time where I was walking on the air, the time where I went to grab a ledge and ended up behind the ledge somehow. So a couple of like weird oddities in the gameplay, but all in all, they were pretty rare, but there were enough of them that I did remember them. As for the combat itself, I think they did a pretty good job, but I will say I think this style of game would benefit more from a God of War-esque combat as opposed to like Sekiro. And the thing is, like, the Sekiro style combat with the well-timed parries and the follow-ups, I think it works well in the boss fights. But when you're fighting all the stormtroopers, you know, I think part of the Star Wars game is, and I mean, obviously I think part of this is me being biased coming from, you know, the last game we had that was close to something like this was Force Unleashed, but there's definitely a power fantasy there. And I feel like early on, especially, that power fantasy is non-existent. But I mean, it makes sense. You know, you're not even a real Jedi. You're like a fledgling, essentially. And once you get the ability to get back your force by chugging down stims, then it started to get pretty dope, because I was able to do all of my different abilities. I was able to, you know, force pull somebody in and stab them and then blast other guys off ledges, and I was really getting flowing with the abilities. But it took a while to get there. And, you know, I feel like to an extent that's something that could have been improved. Like, until I had some super high-end upgrades, I wasn't really getting to mess with the Force all that much. It was very much like, hey man, I hope you're good at dodging, attacking, and parrying, because that's all you're gonna fucking do. Whereas with, you know, more of a God of War approach, you still have like well-timed dodges and follow-up counterattacks, and you still have parries. But I think if you were to compare God of War to something like this, there's obviously a lot more power fantasy in something like God of War, because you're doing all these crazy abilities, but I think doing all those crazy abilities still makes the game fun, and at the same time, there's still a very high level of challenge to it. And I think with the style of this game, I think it would have benefited a little bit more leaning towards that, but the way they did it wasn't bad. So either way, I'd be excited to see where it goes if they do make a sequel for this, and how they change up the combat. As for music, I mean, it was your pretty generic Star Wars music, you know, nothing that blew me away, nothing that was really out of the ordinary, but I did enjoy all of it. Audio in particular was actually really good in this game, I'd say. You know, the sound effects were there, the lightsaber schwangs, I don't even know is it more of a swoosh than a schwang? I don't know. Either way, the lightsaber sounded great, the blasters sounded great. In particular, I think one of my favorite things audio-wise was when you were coming up on groups of baddies, you'd be like hearing their little conversations, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, my fucking boot doesn't fit, and the guy's like, well, you do that. Like, just listening to the banter between stormtroopers, it was such a small thing, but it was actually like it, you know, that was cool to me. I know I never even commented on it, but it was just one of those things that, like, I would just kind of like chuckle to myself every time I heard the banter between them. So definitely good job on like the audio design and immersing you into the world and whatnot. In terms of the world, I mean, it wasn't bad. We clocked in at, or what here? This will be part 38. So it's coming in a pinch under 20 hours, which for a single player narrative game, I think is okay. You know, not every game needs to be The Witcher 3 and have like a 60-80 hour playtime. I think for the story they were telling, it was long enough. But personally, I think one more planet would have been nice. You know, because we did Ilum, but Ilum was very much a one-stop shop. You know, we got in, we got out. It took an hour, 2 episodes basically, and we did everything. So I think one more planet to explore would have been nice, but I'm not disappointed with what we had. So all in all, I mean, this was really enjoyable to me. Like, honestly, it's a crime that because of the date this game came out, it doesn't qualify for the Game Awards, because, man, this would have cleaned house in the Game Awards. It would have just, you know, this is fun. Like, legit, the last time I had just this much fun playing a game was shit, like, you know, probably Sekiro. And I mean, I've played a lot of games since then, and I've enjoyed a lot of games, but this was just a lot of fun. Especially once I finally was like, all right, you know, fuck Grandmaster, I'm not dealing with it. I mean, Grandmaster was all right, but there were certain enemies that felt kind of overtuned on Grandmaster. So for those that are thinking about getting this game, I would suggest playing it on Jedi Master. Jedi Master felt a lot more similar to kind of what you would expect from a Sekiro or Dark Souls type experience, where, you know, you can make a couple mistakes, you can, you know, steamroll through the game if you have perfect parries and whatnot, but there is still a challenge and there is still a chance of death, which I think is a good balance. Whereas Grandmaster, there were a couple times I was just like, all right, fuck this. And it kind of reminds me of God of War. God of War had a similar issue where I initially started God of War on what was the hardest difficulty of the game, and I hated it. Everything was just disgustingly strong to the point where it was like, you know, you basically had to like hit and run to play the game until you got like a ton of upgrades. So yeah, in this case, I think Jedi Knight was kind of the sweet spot. Yeah, I mean, all in all, just a fun time. I have no idea what I'm playing next. And we are coming up on that time of year where there's no real big releases coming out. You know, I'm looking at a schedule right now. So we have there's really nothing. It's like barren. I mean, Arise comes out in December. Halo gets re-released, Master Chief Collection and Reach come on PC in December. Life is Strange I would never play. Darksiders Genesis comes out December 5th. That might be fun to mess around with. Yeah, that's, I mean, I'm looking at upcoming releases for December, and there's really not much. So there's a good chance that I may circle back and do, I know that they released the 3rd chapter for The Long Dark. I know Subnautica is pretty close in terms of having the story done. I know Pine is about to come out on Switch, and I've had my eye on that for a while. So, I mean, either way, there's games coming out, and we'll think of something to play. But to get back at the topic at hand, if I had to put a score on this, I would put this at 9 out of 10. You know, fantastic experience all around, just really good time playing. And the only reason I'm not giving it a perfect 10 is because, as I mentioned, there were things that I think could have been polished a little bit better. Like, as I mentioned, you know, grabbing a ledge and you grab the reverse of the ledge, or the part where I'm walking on air, or, you know, there were just a couple things where you're like, that's a little fucky. And it wasn't enough to ruin the game by any means. But it was enough that I was like, this could be a little bit better. So 9 out of 10, which is still better scoring than most of the games that have come out in 2019. Definitely a really good time playing this. So let me see, can we, oh, we can. Let's see if there's a post-credit before we wrap this video up. Give me a post-credit. Set me up for a sequel. Oh, no post-credit. So if I go to load, oh, that's the only hard save I made. Everything else was just autosave. 96% complete though. Pretty good stuff. So anyway, closing this one on out. Definitely a great game. If y'all are looking for something to mess around with this holiday season, I'd recommend this for sure. So thanks for coming on by. Hope y'all enjoyed going on this journey with me. And I will catch you soon enough with something new.